Hi guys, and welcome to another video on this channel. Today we're going for season 1 round 14 of the My Team career mode, and we're going around Mexico. And at the start of the season we have to renew our sponsor, and I think I wanted to re-sign with S1R, but somehow I couldn't choose them. So I was looking for some other good sponsor with realistic goals but good payment. So yeah, it's not that easy at this point of the career mode finding a good sponsor that has achievable goals. And yeah, in the end we ended up with Saneto. I don't know if it's pronounced right, but I hope so. And we still have, I think, 7 parts to adapt before the new regulation changes. And yeah, we're just putting the old engines in for practice again. And then we're gonna go to the race weekend and hope we can score some more points. But it's not gonna be easy. As you can see in the standings, we're P10 in the constructors, and I think P16 in the driver standings, with more DNFs than finishes, and our best finish is P17 at Austria. But we got three points in the sprint race in Austria, so yeah, that really helps us. Otherwise I think we would be last. And we also got a chassis department upgrade in. And we have a department event for the durability, and we decided to spend some cash. Because it's better to spend some cash than have a low morale for the department. And so now we only need to adapt 2 parts at the powertrain department, and we actually are done adapting the aero parts. So yeah, and we have still 3 more race weekends to get some R&D points. So yeah, it's going really good adapting those parts, and I hope this will help us for the next season. And now we go to the race weekend. And actually it's loading pretty slow. So yeah, now we are at the race weekend, and in the weather forecast it will stay dry for the whole weekend, so that's good. But in the performance chart we are in P10 now, so only AlphaTauri behind us. So yeah, it's not gonna be easy. We still need to make up 2 places in the Constructors' Championship, and that's gonna be really hard. But yeah, we finished all of our practice programs, And now we're just getting the discounts in. And then we're going to qualifying. And as we go to our last run in Q1, again, like pretty much always, the first run put us in P22. I don't know why we are so slow on every first run, but yeah, we definitely need to improve on that. And into turn 1, we completely missed the braking point and missed the corner. And we're 3/10 down our previous lap. Actually 4/10 now as we go into turn 4. And we go wide again and lose even more time. And it's just, I don't know, the track felt so slippery and I didn't really get any grip the whole weekend. And it's just, I don't know, it's so fucking slippery there. The whole track is, I can't really find any grip on this year's game. On last year's game and the, I think F1 2020 and F1 2021, it was so much better. I really loved this track, but on this year's game there's just, I don't know, I don't feel like I have any grip. And I decided to go for a second lap in a row because we definitely need to improve. And now we get the first turn much better and the whole turn 1 to 3 we get it just much better and actually gained 6/10. And we did a purple first sector, but then locked up into turn 4 again, but still gained 2 more 10. And then into the middle, into the fast S section we go. And I don't know, it just doesn't feel good to go through there because it's so high speed and I don't feel like I really have grip. I just really don't feel good around this track on this year's game. It's just so slippery. And as we go over the line, we go to P18. And that means we're out in Q1 and we will start from P18. So yeah, let's go to the grid for Sunday's race.
Back in the 60s, Mexico City would host the season-ending race, a party of motor racing. Well, we might not host the finale now, but Mexico hosts a party nonetheless. So welcome to the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez for the Mexico City Grand Prix. At 2,285 meters above sea level, the thin air of the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez poses a unique challenge, just to a driver's skill, but to the efficiency of their engines as well. 17 corners then make a lap of this 2.6-mile circuit, expect incredible speeds in excess of 220 miles per hour, and overtaking into the braking zones of turn 1 and turn 4. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday put him on pole, and the smooth operator Carlos Sainz completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Perez, Verstappen, Hamilton, Russell, Stroll, Bottas, Gasly, Oscar Piastri, Tsunoda, Joe, Ocon, Fernando Alonso, Doohan, Hulkenberg, the owner driver, Norris, Albon, Magnussen, Sargent, and Nick de Vries. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. Also here, of course, is Anthony Davidson. They've had a fantastic campaign, a wonderful year. They come into this weekend's Grand Prix as a fully deserving champion.
I agree it's been a truly impressive season, but championship or no, I don't think they'll be gently cruising around to the finish line. In fact, with points no longer a concern, there's a lot less to risk, so we may even see a more aggressive approach.
And as we go to the grid, again, there's a very interesting strategy with a 3-stop with 4 stints with the same length, but with soft to mediums to hard. But we decided to go with the 2-stop because it's, I don't know, a 3-stop with that with those tires is not a good strategy, I guess. It's maybe a Ferrari strategy. So, yeah. But we actually moved up 1 place on the grid because someone had a grid penalty. I think it was Norris again, but I'm not sure right now. So yeah, we have Norris with a much faster McLaren behind. And we get a good getaway. But then, as we reach 6th gear, the Haas of Hulkenberg is just faster and everyone just pulls away from us. And then into the corner we go down the inside of Hulkenberg and we actually get a warning for exceeded track limits. I tried to leave Hulkenberg room, but the game decided to give us a penalty. So yeah, it's a bit unfortunate, but it's only 1 warning, so it's okay. And then we try to stay with Albon for the next few laps, because like I said, the track is really slippery and I don't really feel comfortable, and overtaking will be really hard. And then, as we have almost our first spin, and then yeah, we just oversteer out of every corner, and actually Magnussen saved us from spinning because he just hit our front tire. It could have ended our race, but it just saved us from completely spinning out. And then we made a move on Sargent and made it actually stick. So yeah, but onto the next lap, Sargent with the DRS on the long DRS straight, he will just overtake us, and de Vries overtakes us as well. So yeah, and then we hit the rear wheel of Sargent, and now we're 16 seconds back as Max Verstappen DNFs out of the race. And then we try to push to close the gap to the cars in front, and we just spin, and it actually surprised me that we didn't complete a DNF because of that spin. I think we just hit the wall in a very lucky way, so we just took off our front wing. but we didn't actually rip the wheel off. And then you can see the leaders are just behind me, so we're gonna have to stop and they will pass us. So that's our first lap down after just 20 laps of racing. And as we go into the pits, we actually went to neutral gear. But as you can see, the leaders are pitting as well, so we still won't be able to keep them behind because we have to change our wing and they don't, so they have much faster stops. So now we're lapped, and when the safety car comes in, we have to let everyone pass, which is really annoying, but yeah, there's nothing we can do about it. So now we are lapped by everyone, and yeah, so that's basically race over for us, because we can't just pull a lap to everyone back, especially on this very slippery track. It's just not possible. So we're in P20 now, lapped by P19, and that's pretty much everything to say to the race. In the end, I think we spun 6 or 7 times. We got 27 seconds of track limit penalty. Yeah. So, not a good race. And I think it's only 2 races left now in the season, so I hope we can do way better in the second season.
To make it to the checkered flag and take a well-earned victory today. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take the top spot, a well-earned victory for Mercedes.
So it's 2 races in the season left. Hamilton won the race, so he built a pretty good gap to Max Verstappen, and Leclerc lost 10 points to the championship leader as well. So in the standings, Hamilton is now 20 points ahead and 31 points ahead of Verstappen. So in the next round in Brazil, he could claim the championship. In the constructors, Mercedes could claim the championship in the next race as well. So Verstappen and Leclerc will have to do something good to prevent that from happening. Especially Verstappen. He needs to outscore Hamilton by at least 7 points to stay in the fight. So that will be an interesting one. So see you guys next time. Goodbye.